Hello party people, Big Beardy back again with another video, and today we are doing our Q&A, day in the life of, and just having a good talk about the week in general. So, first of all, I want to talk about someone mentioned my sex wax in one of my videos, in one of the comments. This is my air freshener. I love sex wax. It's one of the best air fresheners out there. If you've not had it, it is potent. It is beautiful stuff. So I like promoting companies that I think do a good job and actually do a product well, and that's why I love sex wax. It actually started as I'm going to put it back up here now, that's where it lives. I actually started as a surfboard waxing company, and now it's sort of branched out a little bit. And I tell you what, no wonder these bloody surfers get eaten by sharks all the time if their wax smells as good as that. It is bloody delicious stuff. So try them out. I think it's like $2.99 from Amazon. You can get them. So really nice air freshener. You smell it all day long. It's brilliant. So anyway, on to the Q&A. So first of all, I've had some really good questions. A lot of questions I've been given. I think I need to do better videos or do videos on. I haven't touched on them before, but I'm going to try and do some quick answers today for some of these questions, and then do some full videos on them later on. I've got a long list of videos I've got to get through. I've just been so busy. I've got just stacking up on the amount of videos I've got to do. But anyway, let's get on with it. First of all, someone messaged me on Twitter, which was nice. I'm getting used to Twitter. I've completely forgotten who it was. Nope, it's gone. I should write this down. I say this every time, and I never do. And they were asking about if you've got a job for someone. They were worried about dead miles, first of all. How do you reduce dead miles? Two best ways of reducing dead miles is obviously, first one is tramping. You don't have to get home, so reduce a lot of dead miles. And the second one is planning your route and not chasing work. I've had it before, and it happened to me the other week, and I kicked my own ass over it. I was in a spot, no work was popping up, so I thought, I'll drive 10 miles to the next village, because I'll be able to take in on the radar of like the CX and stuff, I'll be able to take in this little town, this city. I was near the south coast. Drove there, nothing was happening. Then I drove somewhere else, and then a job pinged back where I originally was. So I ended up driving about 45 miles to end up back where I was. So not chasing work, just sitting tight and bidding on the work that's around you is usually a better option. So they're the two best ways I find to reduce my dead miles. But he was saying, if you've got a job for a customer and they want you to go from A to B, and then they've got a second job that goes from C to D, do you have to pay the dead miles between B and C? Oh, that makes sense. Now, this is the way I would look at it is this: if the two different, so from collecting to delivering and then collecting delivering the second time was part of the same job, then yes, they should pay for the dead miles in between. If they are separate jobs, then no, you have to. For instance, you dropped off at B, and then you get a phone call going, "Oh, we've got another job. You got to pick up from here to take to here." Then technically it's a different job, so you have to pay the dead miles. So if it's the same job, they would pay for the whole trip. If it's two separate jobs, you pay the dead miles in between, basically. But there's a way around it, and here's my example. Let's say the first job's 100 miles. You're paying £1. You're getting paid £1 a mile. It's £100. You deliver at B. They phone you up and go, "Oh, we need you to deliver from C to D. It's 100 miles again. Usually you would charge £100. Charge 120. If it's 20 miles in between, let's say, those two, charge them 120. There's no reason you can't. Make it work for you. And then the market sort of dictates the price. So they'll either say no, or you get the job. If you want those dead miles paid for, then there's nothing saying you have to charge a certain price. You can charge more, so charge more. That's how I would get around it. Hope that all makes sense. But that's how. Right, next up, van insurance. A lot of people are asking me about van insurance at the moment. I think a lot of people are looking at. There's a lot of vans that seem to have come onto the market cheap, and I think a lot of people are trying to grab their vans at the moment. And they want to know what insurance they need and how do they get it. I'm going to do a full video on this, but it's pretty simple. To run on something like the CX, you need 3 types of. You should have 4 types of insurance, but you actually only need 3. The first one is obviously your van insurance, probably the most important. Fully comp in case fire, theft, explosion, crashing and stuff, you covered. Then you need goods in transit. Generally that starts around £10,000, but that so anything in your van up to £10,000 would be covered, but you can get it up to 20, 30, 40, however much you want, depending on what the jobs may be. Then you need hire and reward insurance. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what hire and reward insurance is. It basically just says that you are legally allowed to move someone else's goods for profit. That's basically all it means. Why we need it, I don't know. It just seems like one of those things the insurance companies and the government sort of put in place, so we have to jump through hoops and pay a little bit extra cash. But you need to have it to run on any of the apps, CX, wherever it is, because you've got to show them that you've got these insurances before they even let you on their platform. The fourth one, which you don't actually need, but I recommend you have, is public liability. So that if you drop a pallet or something falls off your van and hits someone, you are covered for their injury, basically. Now, when you're trying to get these insurances, it's actually really easy. Most insurance companies know there are couriers out there, believe it or not, and will just put a package together. All you do is tell them, I need my van insurance, this is my van, I need up to 10, 20, 30,000 pound goods in transit, and I need hire and reward. And whilst you're at it, put the public liability on top. And they will put a package together and you pay one payment a month that pays for the lot. So it's actually really simple. Speak to the insurance companies, they will be able to guide you through and give you a price. So it's actually really simple when you know what you're looking for. Like I said, I'm going to do another video which goes into it in a bit more detail, so we can break it down a little bit more, but that's the basics. So hopefully that helps some people out there. Next up, what we got? Oh yeah, I've had a few questions about this as well. Sole trader versus limited company. Do you have to be one or the other? What are the differences? How does it work? I'm going to do a video on this because I need to read into it a lot more. But basically, and this is very basic, you can run as both on the CX and all these apps. There's no reason why you can't, that I'm aware of. A sole trader basically means that you and your company are one and the same. You are the same entity. So I'm a sole trader, it's me. I might call my company ABC Couriers or Spaceship Couriers or whatever, but that's just a skin for it being me. It's all the same person, it's all the same thing. You come under one entity. As far as the taxman and as far as lawyers and all that is concerned, you're one thing. When you are a limited company, you are two separate entities. So the limited company is one person or one thing, and you as an individual is one thing. There's no reason why you can't run on the CX as either, as far as I'm aware. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. Or any other app. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. All it's saying is, the sole trader, it's me as an individual. Limited company, there's me, and this is my company that do the work. Both have pros and cons. People are going to set me straight on this, I'm sure. For instance, pros of being like a limited company is if something goes seriously wrong and you go bankrupt, the company goes bankrupt, you don't, because you're an individual. If you're a sole trader and you go bankrupt, you go bankrupt. The benefits, I suppose, are when it comes to tax and things like that. As a sole trader, it's just one tax. You sort your tax out and send it. As a limited company, the company gets taxed, and then you have to pay yourself a wage, which then can be taxed. I'm not 100% sure on that. Please don't hold that as gospel. Like I said, I've got to do a lot of research. I'm going to look into it and then do a proper video on it. But that's basically how I see it. So there shouldn't be a problem running on any platform as a limited company or as a sole trader. Someone's going to set me straight. Someone's going to say, Beardy, you're talking bollocks, but we'll see. Right, next up. Yes. Calling customers or e-quoting. Which should you be doing? How often should you be calling customers? This is a really good question. I'm trying to think how to word it. So, if you're where you live, basically, if you're in what you would call your area, my area is North Norfolk. That's my area, that's where I trade out mostly, that's where I live, so that's where I am most of the time. And a small shipper puts a job on the CX, and it's very easy to tell what a small shipper is because we all know who the big boys are in the industry. I would phone them because they're probably someone it's a one-man operation or a two-man operation, and they want a reliable courier to do work for them when they need them to. I would phone them and build that relationship straight away and get in with them. If it's a big major company, let's say Crown Couriers or City Sprint or Speedy Freight, just equal them. There's no point calling them because they've got thousands of people they're talking to. You're not building a relationship with them. Trust me, I have done a lot of work for Crown Couriers in the past. I could phone their head office right now and whoever I spoke to would not know who the hell I was. They would go, oh, I've just got to pass you right through to the right department. They're big boys, they don't, so e-quote for them. If I was in, let's say I'm in Newcastle, for example, and a little shipper came up with a job, I'd probably e-quote for them as well, because I've been to Newcastle like twice in the last 2 years doing work. How often am I going to be in that neck of the woods? But it's up to you. There's no issue with phoning people, but if you're sat there and jobs are pinging left, right and centre, sometimes it's easy, e-quote, because you can do it in 2 seconds. If you're phoning people, you've got to get through, blah, blah, another job might have gone by then. So you want to build relationships with the companies in and around you and build like a little network of people who are going to send you work. Big boys, don't worry about phoning them because, generally they won't. And they're meant to phone you back. So if there's a company, generally the conversation goes this one, I e-quote and I get a good contact from it. I'll e-quote it, they'll phone me and go, oh, by the way, whereabouts are you based? And we go, oh, I'm based here. They go, great, we need a driver in your area. So, yeah, that's how I sort of do it. That's my strategy. The overtime I do phone is sometimes like on and after 5 o'clock on a Friday. I'll phone up and go, listen, I'm going that way. I can give you a really good price and try and butter up. I also phone sometimes if I'm in an area and I'm just not winning work. You generally win more work through phoning people, but you have to be good on the phone and you have to put the charm on. If you're not giving them the banter and the charm, they're probably going to, and you just go, oh yeah, I'll do it for this. Then they're just going, all right, whatever. But if you're there and you're nice and you're polite and you're like, how you doing, mate? You get that little rapport with someone, you're going to get a job probably, because people give jobs to people they like. Simple as that. Right, next up, best van for a beginner. This is a very loaded question because there is no right or wrong answer to it. I wish I could say this is the van you want. You want a short wheelbase, you want a small van, you want a long wheelbase. But I can't, unfortunately, and I'll give you the reasons why. I've done a video on this before, so I'll put link. I've never done that before. Put the link at the top thingy. So I'm going to try this time. So, the reason why I chose a long wheelbase is purely, well, it's not purely based on where I am, but one of the big decision makers was, I'm in North Norfolk. As everyone knows, not a lot of work in North Norfolk. Next to no work comes out of Norfolk. So I wanted the opportunity to win as much work as possible. So, small van jobs, medium wheelbase, long wheelbase. I wanted the opportunity to get all that work. If I had a small van job, I wouldn't be able to. Also, I live in the countryside. I can park my van anywhere. Parking isn't an issue. I'm never going to get a parking ticket where I live, ever. So I don't have to worry about stuff like that. If you're in the inner city, let's say you're in the middle of Manchester, maybe there's loads of small van work popping up. Tons of it. Ping, ping, ping. You don't need to fight, or you don't need a long wheelbase because there's enough work for a small van driver. And obviously small van work, you can load quick, you can unload quick. So maybe you're thinking, I don't need that long wheelbase because I've got enough work for a small van. Also, parking might be an issue. Like I just said, you're in the middle of the city. You might not even have a driveway. You might just have a road where we've all driven down, in cities where you just cannot park anywhere. Even if you live there, you've got to park a mile away. Maybe that's your situation. So you have to adapt to where you are. So you've really got to think, what would be the best for me? What's the best van for me? Also, smaller vans, easier to start up, less money, cost less. You've got to think of your financial situation as well. There's no reason you can't start on a small van and move up to bigger stuff. There's no reason at all. If you're thinking, I'm unsure about this, but I want to give it a go for a small van. Give it a go with a small van. See if it's actually something you're going to enjoy. But So like I said, it's a loaded question. I can't give you a straight answer. You've just got to think about your own situation and figure it out for yourselves, unfortunately. All I can give you is the advice, and so check out that video. Like I said, I'll put a link in it above. And that's it for the Q&A. Q&A done. Like I said, I've had a lot more questions. I'm going to try and answer more next week. I've got loads of videos to do. I'm probably going to do a couple of videos on those questions as well, because they deserve them. There are some big questions there which deserve more than a 3-minute explanation. So we'll get on to that. Right, and my week so far, it's all been mortgage drops this week, like you're going to see in the week of the life of. I've been to some nice places. I've seen some stuff. This weekend, I am in my loft. I'm extending my floor in my loft for my eBay business, which it's not a business. I've got like 100 items on eBay which I'm trying to sell because it's something for me to do and it makes me a bit of cash. But you've got to keep on trying. So please, next up, week in the life. Check it out. Alright everybody, it's Monday morning. I'm back on the multi-drops, like I said I would be, out of Parcel Force. I'm in the centre of Norwich. I'm actually in a really nice area of Norwich. So yeah, look at this. I'd love to live on a estate like this. It's beautiful. But what I thought I'd do is, I've had people ask me, oh, can you actually do 60, 70, 80 parcels a day? The answer is yes, pretty simply. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've got, and then we're going to record a video at the end of the day, and I'll show you what I've got left over, so you get a sort of feel how much you can sort of get delivered. So I'm going to flip the camera around real quick, and you can sort of see what we've got in the van. So as you can see, it is stacked, parcels upon parcels, all the way down there, all the way across there, right at the back as well. There's some there, well, they've fallen down, but there we go. Some down the side there. So we've got quite a lot on there. So that's how many I've got to start with. It's about 75, I think, 70 to 75 drops, or parcels. It might be less drops because some drops have a couple of parcels that go to the same place. So I will do a video at the end when I've finished showing you how much I got left over, so you can get a sort of feel how many you can actually throw out. So here we go. Okay everyone, I've just finished for the day. I've got the parcels to take back to the depot. It's 4:30, nearly 5 I think. I've done 75 different addresses, shall we say. Obviously about 85 parcels. I actually had to go back to the depot and pick another 10 up because I was making really good time. But look, as you can see, that's what I got left. 4 parcels, and I've been to those addresses, just no one's in. Can't deliver them. So from going from a full van to just having that, go out of the depot, what, quarter past, half past 10? Half 4, so what, 6 hours, and I had a break. So it is easy enough to do 75 parcels, especially for someone like Parcel Force, where they have a manifest, they sort of have a list of where to go. The issues you have with multi-drops are things like Hermes Large But Light. They give you such a large area. You might only get 40 parcels, but you've got basically a county to cover. You're doing so many miles. And obviously Hermes, the local stuff, you'll have a small area, but you can have 140 parcels some days. And I've had over 140 before. So it's just far too much. But when you do things for like Parcel Force and some of the other, like I haven't worked for DPD or people like that, but I imagine they're roughly the same. It's a postcode. So I had, you know, you have like a NR70 and then whatever or NR318, that will be your postcode, and that's all you'll do. So it's not too bad. So yeah, I was 6 hours. I've done 75 drops, maybe a little bit more as well. Actually, no more, because I had all the ones that didn't have the proper addresses. So I've probably done about 80 to 85 deliveries today. So yeah, very easy to get that done in a day. And it's not really, you are working hard and you're constantly going, but it's not really that stressy. It's why I like working for Parcel Force. I'm never really stressed working for them. With Hermes, with the Large But Light, I got really stressed. And one of the reasons I do this job is to have a stress-free life, really. I've stressed enough doing various other careers, so this is why I do this. So yeah, good day. It's been rain. The sun is blazing now. 10 minutes ago, just as I pulled up, it was hacking it down. So it's one of those days. Thunderstorms, love it. It's all fresh in the air. But yeah, I'm going to go back to the depot now, drop these off, drop off the paperwork, and you have like a debrief, which is basically how many, did you get it all done? Yeah, pretty much, just these couple. That's it, back in the van, back home. And that was me done for the day. And I might record a video to fling out to you guys midweek. But yeah, okay. I've already had the phone call as well. I'm back on multi-drops tomorrow. They seem to be phoning me sort of 4 o'clock, make sure they can book me in. And some of my other customers are like, we're trying to get you and you're always booked in at the moment. So I might have to take a day and do some work for some of my more regular customers to keep them happy. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, everybody. It's Tuesday morning. I'm just getting ready to do my multi-drops. So, but I thought I'd give you a little rundown of my day in the morning. So I was up at 7. You can see the van's behind me. I'm now off to the shop to get some bits and post some invoices. But generally, day starts at 7. Get up, get dressed, get ready, have something to eat quick. I've had my coffee. I go on the phone real quick, do some messages on YouTube and Facebook and all that sort of stuff. And then it's out to the van, give it a once over, which I'm going to do after I get back from the shop, so that if a job pops up, I'm ready to rock on it. But at the moment, but because I'm on multi-drops today, I've already got the job booked in, I don't really have to rush, so I'm not rushing. So usually I'd have everything ready by sort of 7:30, 7:45, so if a job does pop up, I'm ready to jump straight on it. But I don't have to worry about this one, like I said. So I'm going to get back, so go to the shop, get some bits, I've got to get some stamps and stuff like that, paying the arts invoices, and then I'm going to have a quick workout, get on the weights, got the exercise bike, because since I've had my foot problems, bike's better than running. Get back to running soon. Like I said, I'll give the van a once over, check the oil because I haven't checked in a few days, check the tire, just make sure it's all in good running order. And then I'm ready to rock. On a normal day where I didn't have work already booked in, I want to be sort of ready to run out the door by 7:30, 7:45. So if a job does pop up, I don't have to think about it, I don't have to grab anything, I can just get out of the house and go and get it. So, and that's it, that's my morning start. A lot of stuff I do the night before, obviously, I have my tramping bag in the van already, I have that ready. Try and have my lunch ready already, so I don't have to worry about that. But it's quite an easy morning, but you've got to get up early, because if those jobs start pinging there, you want to be on them. I've had it before where I've overslept by like 20 minutes and I've looked at my phone and the notification's there for a really good job. You click on it and it's already been sold. Pain in the ass when that happens. But going into the shop now, I'll let you know how today goes. Okay guys, it's midday on the Tuesday. And I had some nice little walk, just dropped off at school. One thing I have noticed, and do know, is when you see the regular like Hermes drivers or delivery drivers or multi-drops, they're always rushed off their arse. And one of the reasons for that is a lot of them get paid per parcel, which I hate. But when you're a contractor, you don't. You just get a route and you just have to deliver them and try and deliver them as quickly as possible. But it does mean you can sort of relax a little bit. You don't have to rush as much. And I'll be driving around and I'll stop and I'll take 4 or 5 parcels to the road and I'll walk up and down the road delivering them. But you see a lot of these Hermes drivers and people like that who literally stop at one address, drive as quickly as they can to the next address, get out, and it's like 10 feet away. So I'm just, as you can see, nice little school down here which I'm dropping off to. I've got a little college I'm dropping off to here, and I thought, it's so sunny and nice, I'm just going to walk it and enjoy myself. Take it nice and easy, relaxing life. So that's what I'm doing, but you do get to see some view. I'm right in the middle of Norwich here, right in this, just down the road from the city centre, and I could be in a country park. So I do love it around here, I really do. All right, see you on the flip side. All right, everyone. It's been a busy Wednesday for me. It has been non-stop. I've been go today with the multi-drops. That's why I'm recording this whilst poodling along. I've just finished for the day. Well, I've finished the day. I've got to go right back to the depot and get rid of the ones I couldn't deliver. But yesterday was a relatively easy day. Things all fell into place. I got out at a good time. I got sorted. Today, complete opposite. I didn't get out very early because when I got to where I was collecting, they had none of the blippy devices, you know, the DPDs, not DPTs, or whatever the hell they're called, the scanners. None of them were available, so I had to wait for one of them, and then I got mine. I scanned too much really to put on, because you sort of need to have about 80, and I did about 90 odd. And I didn't really check my postcode, and I've been all countryside. Now, when it comes to multi-drop, the difference between delivering in the countryside and the difference between delivering in inner city is night and day. If you can get city multi-drops, it's not bad at all. It's very easy. You're going to do next to no mileage. If you're in the countryside, it's a different story. Harder to find places. A lot of the places, my phone is going to fall in a sec, sorry, I'm making a right hash of this. A lot of the places are named, so it's not numbers, which makes it more difficult. Even with Delmate, the slight issue is your sat-nav and Delmate and everything like that runs off internet. So if you're in the countryside and you've got no signal, they don't work, you can't find the places. So you have to do a bit of detective work, which takes longer, plus you do more miles. For instance, in the city you could do, you know, you could do a whole day in the city and do maybe 15-20 miles, because they're all close to each other. Countryside, you do, what have I done today? Let me think. I've done about 70 miles, which isn't a lot in comparison, you know, on the grand scheme of things, but it's probably 50 more miles than I would have done if I was in the city, and that's all money at the end of the day. So this is why when I do multi-drops, I always try and get a city run if I can. So I'm just driving back to the depot. I was delivering it around Attleborough as well, so I've got to get back to Norwich now, drop off the parcel I didn't deliver, hand in the paperwork, and go home. I'll probably be home for about 6:45, which is another thing, you see. Yesterday, I went back to the depot, got more parcels, went back out again, and I was still home by 5:30, finished by 5. Today, it's 5:45 now. I've got another 15-minute drive to get in the city, so 6 o'clock by the time I get in the city. By the time I unload, get my paperwork, 6:20, let's say, 20-minute drive home. It's not the same. So, top tip for this week: if you are on multi-drops, beg, plead, steal, borrow, kill, doesn't matter what you do, get those inner city jobs. They are a lot easier. You might think, oh, there's loads of traffic and it's hard to park. Doesn't matter. It's still better than countryside. Countryside is just the worst. So there you go. That's my top tip for the day. I'm gonna go home, have some food. I've been trying to record a video for everyone in the week, but when you do multi-drops, I'm going to have to do them in the morning, I think, because by the time I get home, I'm bollocks. It's all the getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out. So, if I count the steps I've done, I've probably done about 10,000 police steps today in the countryside trying to find places. I parked up the road from one place, sat now said, you're on it, you're bang on it. And I jumped out and I was on it. There it was in front of me. Unfortunately, there was a big moat in the way and I had to walk. And so I started walking round the corner. I thought I'd find it in a second. I won't bother getting the van, there's no point. And by the time I sort of realised how far I had to walk, it's like, there's no point going back getting the van anyway. I must have walked fucking half a mile on that job. But anyway, so my Wednesday. So you can have good days, you can have bad days, no matter what. This hasn't been a bad day, it's just been a bit stressy because I've been sort of on catch up and I haven't stopped. But then the rain came and that was lovely when that hit. So yeah, I'm going to get home, I'm going to get some food. I'm probably going to record a video in the morning and get that out to you guys ASAP. I don't know what on yet though. I'm going to have a think, I'm going to read some of your comments and see what they say. And then back on it, I'm on multi-drops again tomorrow. It's a multi-drop week. Speaking to the lads at the depot, they've got some real issues at some of the depots. It's not obviously nationwide, but where I am, the amount of parcels coming through have obviously shot up. They keep shooting up because of COVID and everyone's working from home and stuff. And they've got drivers now on holiday. Some are off ill. So they're getting in loads of agency work and couriers and whatnot. And I'm guessing if this is anything like the rest of the country, they're all in the same place. And plus the parcels they're taking in their depots, they ain't got enough space for them. So it's all go, 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 go. So it's all multi-drop work. Next week, I'm hoping I'm not on multi-drop, so if I'm honest. I'm hoping I'm back on the old same day stuff. But whilst it's here, and I'm home every night, and I'm not using a lot of petrol, and I'm getting a good workout from it. I'm babbling on now, but I'm driving. I've got nothing else to do. One thing to do, and especially if you're like me, I'm trying to lose the weight. I want to try and do some things called adventure racing. Bear Grylls has just got a show out called the Eco Challenge. It's something I saw years ago, and I forgot all about it. And it's something I really want to try. To do it though, I need to get fit again. But if you are out there doing the multi drops and you want to get fit, do your drop and you can literally run all day. You know, if you park a little bit away, you can run back and forth, and you get a good work. You know, I get home, and by the time I get to bed, I'm feeling it. I really am, and I'm gonna have a workout when I get home. So that's my babble, my Wednesday babble about my day. So yeah, I'll hopefully drop a video tomorrow morning, and I'll show you what's going on tomorrow, and see in what part of the world I am. I'll try and get a bit more recorded tomorrow. It's just I've been non-stop today, absolutely non-stop. This is the first chance I've had to talk. So, here we go. Alright, speak to you in a bit. Right guys, it's Thursday morning and I'm feeling good today. Had a real good workout last night. The sun is shining, beautiful day. Ready to go do some more multi-drops. And I'm pumped. Had a really good workout last night. Feeling good. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. I can feel it. I can feel it. Alright guys. It's now Wednesday. No, it's not Wednesday. Wednesday was yesterday. It's Thursday morning. And I shouldn't be buying these, I gotta say. I keep buying them, they're like £1. Such a waste of money. But I'm a coffee whore, so I drink them. So, really good morning this morning. Like I said a minute ago. Think it's gonna be a good day. Got in, got loaded real quick. Had a real good laugh with the chaps. I think it's one of the things we've been bitching about, how hot it is. And all the sunshine, then the rain comes and everyone's relieved, and then the sun comes out again and everyone's in a good mood. So, oh, this is definitely going to fall. I really need to sort this out so it stops falling off my bloody thing. But anyway, I wanted to mention something real quick, and this was it's about the turnover through the depots at some of these multi-drop places. I was speaking to the blokes in the depots, and they were saying that their turnover is huge. There's lots of people that come do 1, maybe 2 days, and then they just don't come back. And I don't understand it, because it's not difficult work. It's really not. It can get a little bit stressy if you let it, but that's if you let it get stressy. We just get on with the job, and don't worry about how many you've actually done. First, you seem to get the job done, and second, you're stress free. One of the things I try and do when I'm on the road, and this is, even if I'm in a really stressful situation, like driving through London, it's one of those occasions like, oh, what's going on? Or you're running late or anything. I try not to stress about it at the time, because you make mistakes when you do. You know, you miss a turning or you're going too quick. We've all had that situation where we're having a bad day, and then it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. The reason it gets worse and worse and things keep happening is because you're stressing and you're worried and you're not paying attention because you're stressing. So you make more mistakes. You know, we've all had that day when we've woken up really bad and we're late for work and rushing out the door, and then you get halfway to work and then a speed camera gets you, and then you know, you get to work and you've forgotten your laptop. Well, not obviously being a courier driver, but I wasn't always a courier driver, and I've had those situations, and it's because you're stressing. Don't stress. Things seem to go a lot smoother. But I was just surprised that they're saying, when I was speaking to some of the management, they were like, yeah, people, they're going through drivers left, right and centre because they're getting these agency drivers in. Not contractors or couriers like myself or people on the CX, but agency drivers. And they'll do it for a couple of days and they'll quit. And they'll go on to something else. and it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how much they're being paid, to be honest. It's not as much as the couriers that go in, like myself and some other guys that go there. Obviously they're agency, and agency get paid less, but at the same time it's easy money. But I just thought I would mention that. It just surprised me how, that they're going through people all over the shop. But it's a sunny, beautiful day. I'm out on the road. I'm happy today. I'm feeling good. It usually means something really bad's going to happen when you get like that, but I'm not going to worry about it. So I'll let you know how the rest of the day is. I'm going to record a video. I've got a bit of time today. I've got time to spare today, which is good. So I'll record a video whilst I'm on the road. I'll fling that out tonight as well. So it's Thursday, so you should get one Thursday night. If one doesn't fit, because obviously this is going out after that, you've got every right to kick my ass. We did a bit. Okay, people. Sorry about the sun and the shade and the lighting on this one. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I'm just driving back to the depot. It's Friday evening. My week is about done. And what a day I've had. I thought it'd be a nice simple one today, but it's like everyone on the planet has decided to go to Great Yarmouth on holiday. One of my drops was at a holiday home, one of the big ones, the Haven ones, and they were queuing for miles to get into the place. It was unreal, and of course I had to join the bloody queue. But it's just been a crazy day. Plus there was like a sandstorm that came rolling in. You couldn't see very far. It was really weird. But it's, so I'm on my way back to the depot. I'll be there in about half hour. Yarmouth's about 45 minutes from the centre of Yarmouth to the centre of Norwich. But I've had enough today. I'm glad I've got a day off tomorrow, and I'm not multi-dropping. It's not too bad being in Yarmouth for the fact everything was close together, but it was just, there was so many people. It was crazy. Loads of traffic, and it's because obviously Yarmouth, if anyone's ever been to Great Yarmouth, it's just holiday parks everywhere, and a lot of people like to go to them. I can't see the attraction myself. Not holiday parks themselves, just Great Yarmouth. It's not the nicest place, really. I'd rather go somewhere else, but each to their own. So, and also there was a massive crash just off one of the roundabouts. I went past it about 3 times. Hopefully no one was, I don't think there was any fatalities, but there was definitely a couple of people getting stretchered out of there. So that was, and I must have passed it the first time literally minutes after it happened, because there wasn't any emergency services there or anything, and by the time I came back there was. So yeah, it's just been one of those days where nothing's gone terribly wrong, but nothing's gone very right either. So and it's Friday, I'm tired, but I'm going to enjoy my weekend, get that Sunday report recorded, get that out to you, with this on it. Obviously this part of the Sunday report, of course it is. So we'll get that to, another thing, I was going to tell you about my sex wax, which sounds weird, but it's my air freshener. But you've probably already heard that if you're watching this, because I'm going to mention it at the beginning of the show. So that was pointless me saying that, wasn't it? But anyway, yeah, it's been a good week, in the fact that I've been to a lot of places. It's all multi-drops, it's steady money, I've made good money for the week. It's not life-changing money, but it will definitely do the job. So back to me, I suppose. Okay, people, that was my week in the life of. Like I said, it's a bit difficult making it interesting when you're only multi-dropping, but I try. So I'm going to get a couple of videos out next week. Probably going to drop one Tuesday and Thursday. I'm definitely going to do one on 10 things I love about being a courier driver, because I've done the 10 things I hate, so I'm going to drop that video, and another video later on the week, and then we've got another week in the life of. Also, just so you know, 2 weeks time, it'll be a little bit longer, in 2 weeks time, maybe 3 weeks time, I'll be doing the chili eating challenge. These keep falling down, they're useless. Not good, is it? But I'll be doing my chili eating challenge, and it'll be put up, and you'll be able to see me suffer. So please keep a lookout for that. That is going to be a lot of fun. And as always, if you've liked this video, please like, comment and subscribe. I love hearing from you guys. And if you've first time you watch my videos, please subscribe. So many people watch my videos and don't subscribe. It's frustrating. Please go and subscribe. And as well, you can check me out also on Instagram and Twitter. And if you really feel like it, you can check me out on Twitch as well, playing games. I haven't done that much recently. I've got to get back on that. So please, as always, be safe out there and have a great day.